The nation is losing billions of naira as the two cargo warehouses at the Murtala Mohammed International Airport has remained shut for over a week now. But licensed customs agents are appealing to the Nigeria Customs Service to reopen the cargo warehouses after a security meeting held during the week was deadlocked. The agents claim that cargo currently dumped on the airside of the area following the closure of the warehouses may get damaged if continuously exposed to the elements. Our aviation correspondent, Pt.2 reports.
Statistics from the Federal Airports Authority of Nigeria showed cargo movement at designated airports had a load factor of about 53 million kilograms recorded in the third quarter of 2013 alone. This is a 20% increase over the same period in 2012, with the Murtala Mohammed International Airport cargo section recording a large amount of the total volume. Now where this large volume of cargo traffic is recorded as we under lock and key for more than 11 days, with the area largely deserted. No thanks to an assault on the customs area controller, Tajo Olariwaju, who claims that this happened in the course of an attempt to ensure that things are done in an orderly manner.
We were trying to enforce that by nature of our statutory function, and we are assaulted. That's the peak of it.
While the customs boss insists on proper processes, the two bodies of licensed custom agents believe that miscreants took advantage of a porous security situation. Sometime this week, a high security meeting took place behind closed doors with all principal actors present, but as it stands, there is no truce in sight.
The discussion is still ongoing. We are trying to get in touch with the hierarchy of custom, and we've also directed a senior advisor to the Minister of Aviation to also discuss with the Minister so that they can start relating with the hierarchy of custom and Minister of Finance.
The economic implications are grave. Already, some airlines, including South African Airways Cargo, have put their flights on hold following this closure, and the Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria and the Nigerian Customs Service are losing millions of naira daily.
From the statistics, customs make between 40 to 50 million naira on a daily basis on revenue. Same goes to, the handlers and other stakeholders. When one is suffering, it affects the others. We are really appealing to government as a matter of necessity, because this is becoming a national issue. It is becoming a national problem. It's even a national embarrassment. Millions of naira worth of goods are really damaging at the tarmac. And who bears this? And we can equally think about the demurrage that is accrued to all these days that we have been on this sit-tight.
With this ongoing crisis, all parties are affected, and the earlier this issue is resolved, the better for the economy. Bukola Joe Kitumbi, Channels Television News.
Meanwhile, an overline flight 1186 with registration number 5N-BPG from Abuja Airport to Ilorin, carrying 59 passengers and a crew of 4, has veered off the runway at low speed after a normal landing at the Ilorin Airport in Kwara State. The incident, which occurred today at about 4:45 p.m., did not record any casualty, as all 63 passengers and crew were evacuated safely and moved to the airport terminal. The airline in a statement says the aircraft was fully airworthy and insured. Meanwhile, the Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority says the Accident and Investigation Bureau has launched an investigation into the cause of the incident. The authority is also reassuring Nigerians that the safety of the traveling public remains paramount. Well, as the distribution of permanent voter cards gets underway in Nasarawa State, Governor Tanko Almakura has called for mass participation in the electoral process. Shortly after picking up his PVC and meeting with INEC officials in Lafia, the state capital, the governor described the process as smooth and free of hitches. The governor urged the people to ensure they collect their PVCs and encouraged those yet to register to take advantage of the 3-day exercise. This is coming after Governor Almakura recently announced his intention to run for the office for a second term.
This is a gathering of all Progressive Congress chieftains, political appointees and supporters of the Nasarawa State Governor. They were invited from the 13 local government councils to witness the formal declaration by the governor to seek re-election. At the low-key event, the governor spoke of his administration's achievements in the last 4 years.
We have constructed so far 200 kilometers of asphalt, well-drained roads with dual carriageways, some with dual carriageways, especially in Lafia and in all the other 12 local government headquarters of the state. Your willing errand boy, Umaru Tanko Alamakura, have humbly accepted to offer myself again as a candidate in the 2015 general election.
Reacting to questions about his rumored promise to serve out one term in office, Mr. Makura says those are cheap political statements meant to attack his credibility.
It is not true. Some people even go beyond that and say not only a commitment, we make certain agreements. You will see when you are in the political climb such as this, all kinds of aspersions, all kinds of adulterations are eminent.
Meanwhile, the governor has commended the Independent National Electoral Commission on the logistics put in place for the permanent voters card distribution in the state. He called for mass participation in the electoral process.
The reports I'm receiving across the state indicates that the exercise is going on very, very smoothly.
The need for citizens' participation in the electoral process certainly begins with registration and collection of the permanent voters card. A call the governor has been passionate about since the commencement of the exercise, which ends on Sunday, November 30th.
Well, away from electoral matters, adequate funding, proper financial management and investment in staff training are critical to the development of any educational institution. These were part of the submissions made at a forum organized to chart a new course for the Lagos State University, Ojo. The participants believe it is time to move the school away from consistent crisis to a stable academic environment.
The Lagos State Ojo was established 31 years ago and has in recent years been immersed in various crises, including cultism, incessant student unrest, an unstable academic environment, and of course, a hike in school fees in 2011. These, among others, have actually driven the school to its knees many times. The need to rise from the ashes of the past is why this group is here. Present also are past registrars, the pioneer vice-chancellor and the current vice-chancellor of the school. When it's time to take the floor, the first registrar of the school, Esther Ashafar, believes the institution needs to revisit the founding vision.
Lagos does not belong to a set of people. It belongs to all of us. The first thing is for stakeholders to believe we have a role to play in the sustaining the vision of the founding fathers and start playing our roles as expected.
A former student union leader also voices his opinion on the contentious issues.
When Lagos State University is mentioned, series of problems will be mentioned, starting from inadequate infrastructural facilities, educational profligacies, inconsistencies in financial management.
Then, it's time to profile solutions that may help to move the institution forward. The pioneer Vice-Chancellor, Professor Afolabi Olumide, insists funding should not be the sole responsibility of the government, while the chapter president of the National Association of Academic Technicians challenges the Governing Council on staff training.
Government or Governing Council must develop a robust staff development policy that we ensure continuous training of staff in relevant areas in order to follow the current global trend of advancement.
Good quality university education is going to be very expensive. The responsibility for the provision of such funds belongs not only to the sponsoring body, that is government or a private institution, but also to others who may be interested in the institution.
This dialogue may have taken place, but the recommendations preferred will need a political push if the Lagos State University must fulfill its dream of becoming a world-class 21st century educational institution.
Still talking education, the Ogun State government may have rescinded its earlier decision to scrap the state-owned University of Education as a Tai Solarin University of Education located at Ijagun area of Ijebu-Ode. Speaking at the 3rd, 4th and 5th convocation ceremonies of the institution, Governor Ibikunle Amosun said the first University of Education in Nigeria will stay open. Our correspondent Henry Ogunjimi reports.
The Tai Solarin University of Education, established in 2005, has continued to bridge the gap in human capital deficit in the education sector. At the 3rd, 4th and 5th convocation ceremonies, about 11,000 graduates found worthy in learning and character were turned out. And in rescinding his earlier decision on the institution, the governor announced that the university has come to stay.
It is gratifying to know that in less than 10 years of doing the full-fledged university, National University of Education has become one of the Nigeria's best universities. ASUS has come to stay.
Giving her charge at the occasion, the institution's vice-chancellor, Professor Oluyemisi Obilade, charged the graduating students to continue to be good ambassadors of the institution and use the experience gained to better the society and Nigeria in general.
We are expecting to enlarge the coast and the boundaries of knowledge. We are expecting to teach Nigeria to new vistas. We are expecting to make Nigeria proud.
The governor, however, appealed to the institution's lecturers to show more understanding, especially in the face of the dwindling revenue from the federal government, which has put more states under financial tight corners.
I want to acknowledge your service, service, your cooperation with the government. We have problems, we have challenges. That problem, those challenges, it is not really limited to us in the state.
Honorary doctorate degrees were also awarded to some prominent Nigerians, including the Awujale and paramount ruler of Ijebuland, Obasikiru Adetono, and the wife of the immediate past governor of Ekiti State, Mrs. Bisi Fayemi, for their contributions to the society and humanity.
Still ahead on the news at 10, we'll take another look at the implications of the Naira devaluation by the Monetary Policy Committee. That's on Business News. Please join us again.